How to have an opinion about Grand Theft Auto 4.
Hello and welcome to Videojug. My name's John Blythe and I'm a professional video games reviewer. Every Tom, Harry and Dick's got an opinion about Grand Theft Auto 4, the game from the same cheeky sodbags who bought us an interactive dramatisation of serial killing. Whether you like video games or not, you need an opinion on Grand Theft Auto 4 and we're here to help.
Step 1. Learn the basic story. If you're going to dismiss the game as the root cause of all violent crime, then you're going to seem like less of a reactionary idiot if you know some rudimentary facts about the game. So here they are. You play Nico Bellic, a pessimistic, morose Eastern European immigrant whose wartime experiences have left him with little or no regard for human life. Drawn to Liberty City by promises of a better life, it turns out that America is just the same, but with more burgers and Jamaicans. Step 2. Be aware of what other people are saying. Here's some of the most common gush that's being spouted about GTA 4 and a couple of things you might like to say back. It's the cause of all modern violence! Even tabloid newspapers have realised that the game's incredibly popular with their readership, so they're not trawling out this stupid chestnut. But that doesn't mean that there aren't a bunch of lazy, biased hacks drawing the same old parallels between video and real-world violence. Of course, there's some overlap. That's because the people who run around stabbing people have started playing video games, now that they reflect their own real-life interests. Bearing in mind that these people are the kind of people who stab people, the longer they spend playing video games, the better. That said, if you're going to defend GTA 4, try to use phrases like,
"There's not enough evidence to draw sensible correlations between violent video games and real-life crime, and we should resist drawing convenient conclusions that seem intuitive, but are in fact a red herring that's distracting us from the real issues."
That's the kind of stuff that makes you sound clever. Don't say, "I watched a film about cannonballs and that didn't make me eat anyone." This is the same anecdotal common sense rubbish that the other people are using. Stop it. It's a living, breathing city. This is only said by two kinds of people. Pretentious journalists who've run out of original thoughts and Rockstar's marketing department. What they mean is there's nothing about the town that makes you think, hang on, this is a stupid town. They've put the sky inside the shops. Rockstar have gone to a lot of effort to make the game feel as realistic as possible, and to a large extent they've succeeded. For example, I was impressed when I was out testing Nico's running animations. I like the way he leans. And a man walked up to me and called me a crazy which under the circumstances was fair enough. The problem is, when you've got a town that's so brilliantly realised for a computer game, you start judging it by a real city standards. Suddenly you're annoyed that everyone always drops whatever item it is they're carrying at the slightest hint of a nudge. If you end up shouting, "Pick it up, Mr. Litterbug, pick up your shopping or I'll punch you," at your television, then someone's doing something right. It's like nothing you've ever played before! If someone says this, you can immediately assume they've never played GTA 3. After all the overstatement and hype, the essential similarity between this game and its 3D predecessors comes as a combination of shock and disappointment that you'd only normally get when your finger goes through your toilet roll. Even the missions have the same old text instructions that lead you through your objectives like a heavily armed but essentially docile sheep. Weren't you supposed to be a free-form game, GTA? Can't you let me do something my way, please? Rockstar need to learn which bits of life are fun to put in computer games. Driving cars into walls is fun. Accidentally falling off the top of the Empire State Building is fun. Going onto the internet and reading your imaginary email might not be fun, but at least it's optional. With San Andreas, Rockstar introduced the idea of real-life tedium by making you go to the gym and level up your swimming. There's none of that in GTA 4. The world of everyday drudgery and funless duty is all in your mobile phone. You barely have time to fart in your new sofa bed before love interest Michelle is asking you out on an endless series of dates and your cousin's asking you to shoot another game of pool. I've got enough hang-ups in my life. I don't like crowds, I drink far too much, and now it turns out I'm terrified of disappointing imaginary women. Thanks, Rockstar. Thanks for adding social dread to your game. 10 out of 10. No, 11 out of 10! All needless nitpicking aside, it's a staggeringly well-made game with some of the most skilled script writing and acting you'll ever feel like you're controlling. The cutscenes and dialogues are as entertaining as the driving itself, and if you've had to play the same mission twice, you might have noticed that characters are having different conversations. The idea that Rockstar wrote a full set of alternate dialogues just to keep the experience fresh for the player should make you want to rip your jaw off and place it respectfully on the floor. It might not be a perfect city, but it's closer than we have any right to expect. Step 3. Remember that trying to start a Backlash isn't cool. Standing around pointing out the bad points in a brilliant game is neither endearing, edgy or useful. Always end criticisms with, "Still, great game though," or "Not my cup of tea, but it's a matter of taste, I suppose." Step 4. End with a pompous and unsupportable soundbite. Grand Theft Auto 4 has redefined gaming to the extent where none of my other games even feel like games anymore. Or why not try? Now this, the fourth horseman of gaming, has arrived, and I can only pray to Jesus that I am spared in the coming apocalypse. Done.